boilers operating in a high temperature and the high pressure at the stressed region such as cracks, rivets, bend and the joint. Okay, the water fed into the boiler containing the caustic soda left behind during the softening process. Okay, so in for example, if you consider the water boilers, so it will be having the caustic soda NaOH. It will be left behind. Why? Because at high temperature and high pressure, the sodium bicarbonate is undergoes. If we have the water boiler, inside we have the water, we're going to add the sodium carbonate. So this sodium carbonate undergoes hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means what? It is what it will be going to do? It will be act with the water. So this sodium carbonate and plus water, it gives NaOH, means this is a caustic. Okay, caustics. So this NaOH and carbon dioxide is releases. Okay, then after that what happened? The NaOH seeps to the crack, rivet, as there poor circulation of the water. In this region, the NaOH get deposited. When the concentration of the NaOH reaches to the 10%, it reacts with this Fe given to the sodium ferrate. Okay, this again undergoes hydrolysis and depositing the magnetite means Fe3O4. Now, first thing what happened? We have the sodium carbonate Na2CO3. It undergoes hydrolysis, means it reacts with the water. It gives NaOH and the carbon dioxide. Okay, that NaOH. Now we have this tank. So maybe the poor circulation of the water keep on coming out of this boilers. Okay, so that time this NaOH is there, no, the caustic soda. This NaOH will be get deposited to this surface, maybe the bending or riveting places. It will be keep on depositing. Okay, so when it will be reaches to the 10%, that time now we have the boiler steel, means it is made up of iron, and that it will in the surface it will be attachment of the deposition of the NaOH. Now these two are get acting, NaOH and the iron. There is a formation of this sodium ferrate. Okay, Na2FeO3. Okay, so now this sodium ferrate. Now the sodium ferrate formation, where it will be there? Inside the boilers only. So there is a water also there. So again it undergoes hydrolysis. There is a formation of magnetite, means oxide layer. Okay, so this NaOH is regenerated to forming the corrosive environment. Thus the extreme cases, the metal become brittle due to the deposition of this magnetite. The corrosion cell is now represented as a metal under stress. The concentration of the concentrated NaOH, means that NaOH concentration is very high. So that is a metal under stress, mean it is act as an anode. Okay, and the dilute NaOH means it's very less concentration of NaOH. It is a metal without stress. In that part there is a metal is without stress, means it is act as a cathode. So if it is an anode, there is a oxidation taking place and then corrosion taking place. If it is a cathode, there is a reduction taking place and it is unaffected or it is safe. This is all about the caustic embrittlement. Okay, so caustic embrittlement means what? Due to this NaOH, there is a formation of the magnetite. So this magnetite will be brittling, means it will be sharpening of this steels. Okay, that's what they called as a caustic embrittlement of a steel. Okay, so you consider now you have the water boilers. Okay, inside the water is there. In that we are going to add the sodium carbonate. So there is a hydrolysis process, means reaction with the water. So there is that time there is a formation of NaOH and carbon dioxide. Okay, so Sometimes maybe because since too many long years we are going to use, maybe the poor circulation, maybe drop the water will be coming out, or due to the poor circulation of your water, there is a deposition of the surface of the steel. That place there is a deposition of the NaOH is taking place. Okay, so the NaOH will be deposited to the surface of the steel or iron. So now there is a start reaction. This Fe means steel and NaOH. So once that get reacted, there is a formation of sodium ferrate. What are the product we are getting? It is a sodium ferrate. Inside only now, I'm telling. So now this sodium ferrate again hydrolysis, again formation of NaOH and the magnetite. So this magnetite is due to deposition, it become the steel become a brittle, so that the concentration where it is more in NaOH, that metal is under stress and it is act as an anode. And which the concentration of NaOH is less, it is metal without stress, and that is act as a cathode. So the anode is undergoes oxidation and cathode is undergoes reduction, and it is safe. This is about the stress corrosion, in that the constant embrittlement of a steel. Is this clear? Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. See, only they given the example. Stress corrosion means what? Where the stress is forming. Either maybe we are going to bend the metal, or riveting the metal, or hammering the metal. So the which portion is getting the stress, that is sometimes it will be having the higher energy level. So maybe highly reactive, so that there is a stress corrosion, cracking is taking place, right? It undergoes stress, so it is act as an anode and it will be undergoes corrosion. And if it is a stress free, it will be act as a cathode and it is a safe. So we have taken an example like a caustic embrittlement. So in that we took the example like a water boiler, what taking place inside, how the caustic embrittlement. So we have the water, we are going to add the sodium carbonate. So that time there is a formation of NaOH, then the poor liberation circulation of the water, there is a deposition of the NaOH taking place at the steel tank. So this steel means iron and the NaOH start get reacting, there is a formation of sodium ferrate, right? That sodium ferrate again undergoes hydrolysis and formation of the magnetite. So this magnetite will be causes for the cross embrittlement, and wherever the concentration of the NaOH is more, it will be the metal is undergoes in a high stress, and it will be act as a anode and it undergoes corrosion, right? And meanwhile, which the concentration of the NaOH is less, that will be the metal stress free, then it will be act as a cathode and it undergoes reduction, so it is a safe. So these are the types of the corrosions. Okay, first one is a differential metal corrosion and differential aeration corrosion. In that differential aeration corrosion, there is a two types, waterline and the pitting, and another one is a stress. In a differential metal corrosion, due to this difference in a metal of the electrode potential, the corrosion is taking place, right? Lower is anode and undergoes corrosion, higher is a cathode and undergoes, it is unaffected. And aeration corrosion, difference in a concentration of oxygen level. If it is a lesser oxygen concentration, it is a act as an anode and it undergoes corrosion. If it is a higher, is safe. Okay, due to the water line, depend upon the water line we are going to consider, and depend upon the pitting. Pitting means there is a formation of hole, that's all. And stress, due to the stress where the more energy level will be there, more activate will be there, more stress will be there, it will be act as a anode and it undergoes corrosion. These are the types of the corrosion. This much is clear, guys? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Answer your attendance. Aditi. Fast. Ankit.
Yes, ma'am.
Ankit Raj.
Yes, ma'am.
Appar.
Yes, ma'am.
Devang.
Present, ma'am.
Gaurav.
Present, ma'am.
Shravya. Anwar. Muskan.
Yes, ma'am.
Nancy.
Yes, ma'am.
Prem.
Yes, ma'am.
Ria.
Present, ma'am.
Rohit Kumar.
Present, ma'am.
Rohit Sharma. Saishwaranand.
Present, ma'am.
Shauri Suman.
Present, ma'am.
Shivam.
Yes, ma'am.
Shrish.
Yes, ma'am.
Shubham.
Yes, ma'am.
Utsav.
Present, ma'am.
Vishwas. Aishwarya.
Yes, ma'am.
Akash.
Present, ma'am.
Aman.
Yes, ma'am.
Anshika. Aryan. Ashish.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
Anshika, present.
Ashish.
Yes, ma'am.
Ashutosh.
Present, ma'am.
Atreya.
Yes, ma'am.
Ishan.
Present, ma'am. Is mine.
Raghu.
Yes, ma'am.
Kirtana. Sai Teja. Harshraj.
Present, ma'am.
Mini Kumari.
Present, ma'am.
Nanshi.
Present, ma'am.
Nishant.
Yes, ma'am.
Nitin. Parth. Prajwal.
Present, ma'am.
Pramanik.
Present, ma'am.
Rahul. Rahul.
Present, ma'am.
Rajaraman.
Present, ma'am.
Ramanujam.
Present, ma'am.
Manoj.
Present, ma'am.
Sakshi.
Present, ma'am.
Satyadev. Shubha. Srishti.
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Supriya.
Present, ma'am.
Arfan.
Present, ma'am.
Tapan. Bindu.